From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Steve Milton.
It's Friday, May 17th. This is Ticats Today, and I'm Steve Milton. Now, over the next two episodes, we're presenting a special bonus for our growing network audience as RJ Broadhead, the veteran voice of the Ticats, and his partner in the game booth, incisive analyst Luke Tasker, grab the wheel of Ticats Today as they chat with a quartet of important Ticat players. First up, RJ and all-star defensive tackle Casey Sayles talk about Casey planning to take up a larger leadership role on the team, his determination to keep up his streak of increasing his number of sacks and tackles in every one of his CFL seasons so far, and how he's ramped up his stamina in off-season workouts.
I'm RJ Broadhead, joined by CFL All-Star Casey Sayles. How you doing, Casey?
I'm great. It's good to be back. It's kind of a quicker off season. Like I said, with some of the holidays kind of rolling around and come back with training. But yeah, it's good to be back and good to be with the guys.
It flies by. Here we are in training camp. How about you? You go back to a year ago, your first season with the Tiger Cats. You turned that into an all-star campaign, and now coming into this year, how much different is it for you?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Kind of same thing. We have new few coaches here and there that are new. Obviously, Scott, the new head coach, but yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest thing. And then obviously some of the guys that are coming in, and a few new guys here and there. But yeah, kind of same year. Different guys here and there, coaching staff and players. But yeah, back to the grind, and always the number one goal is going to the Grey Cup. So, did
you say some new guys?
Some new guys.
That defense is going to be a lot different.
Yeah. Some new guys, a lot of new guys. Trying to work with the D-line guys first, and then kind of branching out from there. But yeah, just taking a step at a time right now. Day 2 or 3 of camp, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just taking a day at a time.
A lot of longtime veteran guys who were heart and soul of the defense in Simone and Ted Laurent, not there anymore. But the defense has kind of always been near and dear of Hamilton Tiger Cats fans. In your second season, you probably felt it last year. Have you kind of adopted that now as one of maybe 3 returning starters from game 1 of last year? Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it like that. But yeah, still trying to do kind of nitty gritty type of stuff. But trying to bring more of a leadership role to D-line, kind of going on into the team. I thought I had a good role with at least D-line leadership-wise, but I talked to Scott in the offseason, and he wants more of that leadership role for me and bringing it on to the other guys on the team. And yeah, just taking, like I said, step at a time, day at a time. But right now we're just kind of focusing, meeting by meeting, practice by practice. So yeah, kind of me and guys you think about is me, maybe Stav in the back end, and got Kyle from last year too, but. Seems like that's it's kind of about it. Besides some of those secondary guys, but they were young last year, and got a year under their feet. But yeah, man. So a lot of turnover, but taking day at a time.
Yeah, you're likely the only returning starter on the defensive line. Linebackers will all be new. Richard Leonard, and maybe Kenneth George if he's starting. Yeah, those would be the only 3 that started game 1 of last year. That's
crazy to think about.
It is.
It's always something you got to battle, and maybe that's our thing right now. So
I know we talked last year, and when the team was kind of struggling in the first half of the season, there was talk about getting together and a lot of changes, and it takes time to gel. Do you feel that'll be a concern this year?
No, I mean, it's the same thing. That's it's leadership-wise. I'm trying to do the best I can to just communicate. Even the last 2 practices that we had, every single day, every single play, I make sure everyone's kind of in the right spot. Just because it's the plays are kind of the same, it's kind of different, but kind of just remember some of those from last year. So just trying to lead those guys, at least in the D line, and then letting the back end guys do their thing, because it's a little bit different, obviously, from the D line. So helping those guys out play by play, and I think I did enough cardio and running in the off season at least to be able to talk in between plays rather than kind of catching my breath at the same time. So help those guys out because they're all new. I was just like Ted and Dylan leading me last year with some list plays. So yeah, just trying to help out as best I can.
Was that one of your focuses in the off season? You mentioned cardio.
Yeah, cardio. I mean, that's probably the number one thing. You want to be prepared, right? So the load management. I was talking with a few guys. The load management from running. You can never do enough running. Can't simulate 2 guys, double team me and then run at 15 yards. So going from maybe 4 or 5 days of running. Obviously trying to stay healthy at the same time to have an hour walkthrough for power practice, and then going out and having 14 periods, a few one-on-ones, and it's a lot heavier on the guys. Obviously injuries happen, and that's the biggest thing is obviously just staying healthy, but yeah.
And you were able to do that for the most part last year, or you,
for the most part,
you got out in the field, whether I don't think anyone's 100% healthy.
No one's. I don't think no one will be 100% healthy until maybe after the season from now on. So
American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, American Thanksgiving. Right.
For you, 7 quarterback sacks. I went through, and you played with Winnipeg, so you were in the West Division. 6 of your sacks came against West Division teams. Do you feel you learned the East Division a little more last year? Yeah, maybe. I mean, you got to think about maybe when we play them. I know the schedule a little bit more balanced this year with playing each team 2 times, which I think will be nice. But just because I played against some of those alignments, so kind of know what techniques they do here and there, maybe. But hopefully this year get a little bit more sack. I didn't know that about West versus East, so. Maybe it'd be a goal to get a few more sacks on the east side, but we'll see. Just taking it day at a time right now. So yeah, and it's camp. But what are you hoping this team can accomplish this year?
I mean, number one, have a better record. It's the last few years. I know the Ticats have started slow. I know last year going into that bye week after the 3rd week, it was we were 0-3 at that time, and going home and talking to the wife, it's tough to start like that. So. Number one is going out to Calgary this year, getting a W out there, especially because it's a away game, so it'll be a little bit tougher. But I believe we have Sask back-to-back after that, I think. So I'm just in my head first 3 games, starting off fast, right? So even if we can go 1-1, obviously best to go 3-0, right? But just starting off fast, that would be the biggest thing for us, because for some reason Ticats want to start slow the last few years, and so. Just trying to do my best to lead these guys to start off fast and keep on going throughout the season.
Yes, change that slow start.
Yeah, I know. Try my best.
So every year your quarterback sacks have increased. You put some pressure on yourself with 7 last year. Can you keep that streak going of increasing? Yeah,
that's a goal. I mean, every year I think I've got more tackles and sacks, but I mean, my goal is double digits every year in tackles. Trying to do the best you can, but just being just running in the off season as well, being in shape. I think maybe 10 of those tackles were off of 15 yards runs to the sideline and just helping out some of those linebackers in the secondary. Maybe guy cuts back and I'm just right there. Just so this is a big thing. Like I said, cardio in the off season. It's it'll roll around later in the season once everyone's kind of beat up, and like to say I'm towards the back end of the season. Just obviously just staying healthy. So that's the number one thing. But everyone's kind of beat up in later half of the year, but starting fast and just keep the thing rolling, man.
Thanks, RJ and Casey. And now over to Luke Tasker, one of the great all-time Ticats receivers, who caught up to perpetual all-star offensive guard Brandon Revenberg, who talks about how he's confident in the core of the new young offensive linemen on the team, how hard and fast-paced practices have been this year, and how he himself has got the same youthful energy he always had, but that he has had to stay healthy in training camp.
Luke Tasker with the Ticats Audio Network here with Brandon Revenberg, now the longest-serving active Hamilton Tiger Cat, I think. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's getting up there. Makes me feel a little older, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're the old man around now, and you've been around since 2016. Nobody else can say that except for Figgy, I guess, was here for a little bit even before your time, but he doesn't count because he was gone for like 10 years.
Better be reunited now, though, right? Why not?
Nice. So tell me, what this is a new team, Rev.
Yep.
New head coach. Everything feels a little bit different. Maybe the most changes on the roster and the coaching staff from one year to the next that we've seen in Hamilton in a while. What's the feel and the energy for the new Hamilton Tiger Cats?
Yeah, a lot of new faces, but everyone's out there. We're working hard. We're having fun and just loving up camp.
I love it. You're still got the energy and the youthfulness that you had in 2016 when you were getting bullied by Mike Filer.
Oh yeah.
Good for you, man. Forever young. I love it. That was the way of Simone Lawrence, who's just finished up his legendary career, but how's the body? I mean, are you feeling like an old man, or are you good to go?
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting a bit older, that's for sure. You got to do a little extra things, take care of the body, a little more rolling, a little more stretching.
Yeah.
But I mean, ultimately, I wouldn't be here playing if I didn't still love it, if I wasn't still having a lot of fun, right? Yeah. So that's why I do what I do here.
That's great. How are the young offensive linemen in the room this year?
They're great. They're always there. They're showing up. They're eager to learn. They're sponges. They're asking the right questions, not talking too much. So it's a good balance right now.
Is the fine jar already filling up in there?
Yeah, we're starting. Yeah, there's definitely fines rolling in.
That's good, man. The O-line is the best for the strictness of a fine jar and a fun party at the end of the year. You said taking care of the body. What do you do? What have you found ways to sort of take care of yourself and make it through the long training camp?
Yeah, so I mean, camp you're always going to be kind of getting beating up others. It's just the way it goes. So it's going to be cold tubs, treatments, massage, rolling out, stretching, normateching, making sure you're getting that sleep, making sure you have a good diet, pushing fluids, and anything else you can think of, really.
Wow, nice. Little swimming pool?
Oh, yeah. The boys love jumping in the swimming pool for sure. We get the pigs in there playing in the water.
The pigs in the swimming hole after practice.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Scott Milanovich, first training camp under his offensive and head coach tenure here. How would you describe how he runs a training camp?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I love the energy that he's bringing, but also the discipline. Yeah. Go out there, do your job to the highest level possible, and then have fun when we can, right?
Yeah.
Not that we aren't having fun on and off the field, but there comes a time where you have to do your job, and you got to focus.
It looks like, from afar, as we're looking down on the field here at McMaster, it seems like a high tempo on the field, like quick between drills, high energy, a lot of hustle. Is that something that's coming naturally to this team, or is that Milanovich, reinforcing his purpose?
That's camp. We're just trying to get all those reps in, make the most of every day.
Yeah, nice. You have been right at the top of the league effectively since you've been a starter as far as most productive offensive lineman, awarded offensive lineman. Do you have goals lined up for this season for you personally on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple when it's boiled down. I'm just trying to be the best version of me that I can be, right? That means being the best offensive lineman I can be. That means making our offensive line room the best it can be, translating into the best offense we can have, translating to the best team we can have.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you're one of the best teammates they can have. So I know you're having fun, and it is just great to talk with you. And I can't wait to see you take the field this year. So thanks for coming in, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, Lukey.
We appreciate RJ and Luke for stepping in today, and Casey and Brandon for giving us their time too. And we appreciate you for tuning in as always. Join us again for Saturday's episode when RJ speaks with linebacker and special teams phenom Carthel Flowers-Lloyd, and Luke gets into it with Tim White. What better combination than two of the best receivers to wear black and gold over the past decade? This has been Ticats Today, and I'm Steve Milton.
This has been Ticats Today with Steve Milton. Catch it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.